I'd like to know who he is and what he does.
Gatsby. What Gatsby?
All right, well, can you pull off the great Gatsby look? Designers and retailers, they are betting big on it. Here to explain just what it takes to pull off a 1920s fashion statement is Wall Street Journal fashion expert Christina Binkley. She writes our On Style column. Chris, the movie comes out May 10th, but the fashion industry, they've been planning on this for years. What is it about the looks in Gatsby that are so timeless?
You know, that was the big learning for me in this whole thing. I was speaking with Catherine Martin, who is the wife of Baz Luhrmann and a two-time Academy Award-winning production designer and costume designer herself. And as I was trying to explore this with her, she said, well, you know, there is no look that we wear today, whether it's an army look or certain types of lapels, a dropped waist, no look that we wear today that hadn't been invented by the 1920s. And I hadn't really thought about how modern all those styles were. We wear those lengths of dresses, we wear those types of sleeves, off the shoulder, one shoulder looks. So they really are very modern, even though this is, of course, a period piece movie.
How did Prada get involved in this film, Christina? I understand that she was reluctant in the beginning to do the costumes, but she came around. How did that happen?
She came around because she's a very good friend of Baz Luhrmann. They've been working together off and on for years. She first did, if you remember his Romeo and Juliet movie, she did the sort of very modern minimalist suit that Leonardo DiCaprio wore playing the modern Romeo in that film. And since then, they've shared a lot of moments. They trust each other's creativity. And when Baz Luhrmann and Catherine Martin came to her and suggested that she take her runway looks from several past collections and tweak them a little bit for this show, she said, no way, that's an anachronism. That doesn't make any sense. I don't do period looks. So they had to actually talk her into it and show her how it could be done.
And many of the styles, this is what I think is so interesting, many of the styles that we wear today and that are so popular, one-shoulder dresses and so forth, they actually were already around in the 1920s.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, they're really flattering looks on a lot of types of body. That dropped waist, for instance, which is a huge look this season for David's bridal. They're doing it for prom dresses and for bridal dresses. That's a really flattering look on a lot of types of body, and so, why not carry it on?
Is this a trend that you think has staying power, Chris? You and I talk about this all the time. Is this something that we're going to invest in and wear for a year and we say, all right, we just hit the trend and that's it, we're done with it? Or is this got legs for a couple of seasons?
I think it actually does have legs for a lot of seasons. Done carefully. You can go, the headbands maybe a season or two, if you do the full look. But those types of dresses, again, a full out, beaded dresses, sequins and things like that, we've found those have had a lot of staying power for the last 5 years. People thought that would be a trend that came in, the sequins during the day is still around. And I think that those dresses, as long as it's not too outlandish with a lot of fringe at the bottom or something, are probably going to become classics.
And for the men too, what do you expect the men will be most? I mean, is this like the cufflinks and the suits? Do you think this will bring back that sort of look for them as well?
I don't know about you, but I'm swooning when I see those guys in those really classic look tuxedos. It's a great look for now.
All right, Chris Binkley, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.